Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? Today I have for you guys my perfume wrap up. This is basically going to be me talking about all of the new perfumes that I got in my collection and kind of giving you guys my thoughts and some mini reviews on the fragrances after wearing them a few times, because a lot of these perfumes were in my monthly perfume tray, so I did get pretty good use on them, whether that was wearing them out in the day or wearing them to bed. I kind of rotated through all of these fragrances a good enough amount of times to really have my thoughts together on these. If you're new here, I will definitely go ahead and link up in the cards the playlist that includes all of these types of videos on my perfume reviews and things like that. And if you're just nosy to see what kind of perfumes I have or what perfumes I have in my collection, then you can definitely go and check out that playlist. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a cheapie, and I really thought that when I first got this perfume that I was going to dislike it because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. That is Zara's Frosted Cream. So I heard all the hype about this perfume and I went ahead and purchased it. This is a 100 ml bottle, and y'all can see that I've used quite a bit of this, so I definitely know my thoughts on this fragrance. This is one of the ones that I wore during the day as well as at night, so I really do have my thoughts together on this scent. So when I got it, I really thought that this was going to smell like cream frosting. Like, I was expecting it to smell like the frosting that you put on cupcakes and on cakes and stuff like that. And it's not that exactly. So it's crazy because Zara is always naming their perfumes after something. And then when you get it, it doesn't really smell like whatever it is they named it after. I don't know, this one I guess it does smell like frosted cream, but the scent notes are so off, you guys. The scent notes is like strawberry and orange and floral notes, and I'm just like, but where though? Like, where? In a nutshell, to me, this smells like a very fresh, powdery cream. It smells like powdered cream almost. Like, I don't even know if that's a real thing, but it smells like powdered cream, okay? Because it definitely has a fresh element. It has a powdery element. It's very delicate and soft and sweet and airy. Like, airy is the best way to describe this perfume. It's not thick and heavy and warm like actual frosting. It's definitely like more airy and more frosted, I guess. So this is different. If you go into the mindset of thinking that this is just going to be like warm cake frosting or something like that, it's not that. But with that being said, this is a very nice pretty girl scent. Like, once I wore this a couple of times, I just kept getting a whiff of this perfume and I was like, damn, I just smell very feminine and delicate and sweet. I smell pretty, like just very dainty. I kind of smell like what the color of this top is. Like, that's what I smelled like with this. And this lasts forever on clothes. I sprayed one of my uniforms with this scent, and literally the uniform is still sitting there. I haven't washed it yet, and I think I wore this fragrance like Monday or Tuesday, and I can still smell this perfume on that uniform top. It smells so good. Like, it just wafts off of the top and it just smells so pretty, a little bit clean, but like frosted and just pretty. Like, that's the only way I can describe this fragrance. This is really, really good, and I'm glad that I bought it. I'm glad that I have it because I feel like it's just a nice throw on fragrance, and it definitely smells good when you're going to bed. It definitely gives me that like comforted feel, so that one is really nice. The next perfume I have here is Mont Blanc Signature, and I am late to the bandwagon with this perfume. So many people talk and rave about this perfume and say how much they love it and how amazing it is, and yes, I have to agree. This is a beautiful perfume in the same lines as the Zara Frosted Cream. It's very feminine and delicate and pretty, dainty. This could definitely be an everyday signature scent, but then this can also be worn to like a wedding. If you're a wedding guest, it could be worn to like a party. It could be worn like just for special occasions and stuff like that. It's so pretty, and it's a very simple scent. This is just Clementine Peony. It has vanilla in it, so it kind of is along the lines of a creamsicle fragrance, but I would say it's a little bit more fresh than just a straight up creamsicle gourmand type of fragrance. It's a little bit more fresh than that, like a little bit more airy and light than that, but this is so very pretty. I thoroughly enjoyed wearing this fragrance, and it's an opaque bottle. I can't see through this, but I know for a fact that I put a nice dent in it. Right after this video, I'm going to be filming my combinations that I did with these perfumes that were on my perfume tray. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. But this one is beautiful, and I definitely had fun layering that one. Now, one that I was a bit disappointed in that I don't really like, it's an okay perfume, but it's not a love for me. It's just not a love for me. And I'm coming to find that I don't really like this fragrance house. Like, I don't know, majority of their fragrances I don't like, okay? So this is Angel Eau Croisiere, and I am just finding that a lot of the Angel fragrances that I've smelled, I do not like them. I don't vibe with them. I feel like they're just very complex in the way that I don't need them to be. Like, that's not the genre of perfume that I'm going for. I don't need something to be so creative, so out there, so unique that it's unwearable for me. Like, I don't need that. So for this perfume, I thought that I would love this perfume because it has mango, it has sorbet, it has praline, it has patchouli. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be an amazing tropical scent perfume, but it's gonna have like a touch of class, and it's gonna be a little bit heavier because of that patchouli and that praline. But I don't know, there's something about this perfume that is very off to me, and I think it's just because the patchouli and the praline seem very, very out of place with the mango and the sorbet notes. So when you look up the notes for this perfume, there is no top, middle, and base notes. It's all in one. And when I spray this perfume, I kind of get those scents all together. Like, they smell very blended together. So that's all you're getting. And then once it actually dries down on my skin, it smells like a very heavy patchouli based fragrance. And I don't really have a problem with patchouli, but I wanted this for that tropical factor. I wanted it for the mango and the sorbet. And I really, really, really don't get those. This to me is not a tropical type of fragrance, in my opinion. Like, I would not take this on a vacation with me. I would not wear this to the tropics. It's just not doing it for me, you know? So I'm kind of disappointed in this one, but I'm going to keep trying it and keep wearing it and keep testing it out. It has been very rainy here in Arizona, so the couple of days that I did wear this, it was kind of wet and humid and rainy outside. Maybe this is genuinely just a fragrance that you have to wear when it's like super hot outside. So I don't know, I'll keep trying that one out and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the next new perfume that I had that I tested out, this is Escada's Fairy Love. And this one, I had no idea about this perfume at all. I purchased Candy Love from Kohl's. I had seen it there a few times. I had also seen people talking about it, but I had never seen this one. I had never seen anybody mention this one. And so when I saw it on Fragrantica, I was like, oh, well, the scent notes like look very intriguing, looks very, very interesting. So I wore this perfume. I think this is very nice. To me, this kind of gives me like a body wash or a shampoo when you first spray it and when you first smell it. So it has some raspberry, it has some nashi pear, it has some jasmine. So to me, it smells like kind of clean, kind of fresh, very, very fruity. Like, this is a dumb reach type of perfume. Very, very easy. You can just throw it on, splash it on whenever, and it's just going to smell nice, appealing to people, fruity, sweet, you know, like nothing too complicated and serious. And it does have a hazelnut note in it, and when it completely dries out on my skin, the hazelnut comes through as more of like a nutty fragrance, like just genuinely nutty, not creamy, like not 100% creamy. But this is really a simplistic type of perfume. I think this is just very nice to wear like on a weekend. It's very nice to wear to work if you don't know what to wear, like just casually, you know what I'm saying, where you're not trying to do too much with your perfume. You're not trying to go for a certain vibe. You're not trying to go for a certain mood. It's just something to easily throw on. So for that reason, I do like this perfume. It's just not nothing special. You know, it's not nothing to rave home about. It's not nothing that I would 100% repurchase. It's just very nice and it's easy to wear. So a perfume that I ended up getting halfway through my July fragrance tray, this is C Passione. This fragrance was always on my list to pick up because I've heard people rave about this scent and how beautiful it was, and how it was just kind of like this shampoo-y, clean, beautiful, womanly type of smell. Y'all, when I finally got my hands on this and I actually paid attention to the scent notes and I actually wore the fragrance on my skin, I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, like this is very, very similar to Donna Born in Roma. Valentino Donna Born in Roma, my #1 favorite scent, my #1 favorite perfume. This fragrance is really, really similar to that one. If you guys look at the scent accords on Fragrantica, if you guys look at the scent notes, they have the same DNA. They both have blackcurrant. They both have pink pepper. They both have jasmine. They both have woody notes. They both have vanilla. And that's pretty much the makings of Valentino Donna Born in Roma right there. That is the entire makings of the fragrance, and all of those scent notes are in C Passione as well. C Passione is a bit different. I feel like this one is a little bit fresher, and it does have that shampoo-y aspect that people talk about, because this one also has some other fruity notes in there like pineapple and something else. So I think it has heliotrope in there as well. I think that's what's giving it the powderiness. It's something in here that's a slight difference, like it takes a slight turn from Valentino Donna Born in Roma, but for the most part their DNA is pretty much exactly the same. So it's a no-brainer that I love this perfume and I enjoy this perfume. I don't think it would be a repurchase though, just simply because I have Valentino Donna Born in Roma and that is my #1 favorite scent, and I know I'm going to repurchase that one. So it kind of seems repetitive and redundant to have this one in my collection when I think they are so similar. You get what I'm saying? So while this is nice, it's only a 50 ml, so I won't have this in my collection forever at all, because I go through my 50 ml bottles pretty fast. Not too fast, but pretty fast. So this will not be forever in my collection, and I don't think I would repurchase it after it's gone, because I have a scent that smells exactly like this that I love a lot more. That's my #1 favorite, so there's just no reason for me to have this one, you know? Okay, and so then the very last fragrance I want to talk to you guys about, this is Lolita Lempica's Lolita Land. Very, very pretty bottle. It's shaped like a little pumpkin, has a deer on the top, and this is a 100 ml bottle, and you guys can see it. I put a nice little dent in this one. I enjoyed this one while I was wearing it. I actually wore this one a couple of times, and I've worn this one on like a really hot day, and then I've worn this one on a rainy day as well, and it gave me two different things. So I still stand by my original verdict on this perfume when I said it smells like the peach version of Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle, because I mean, it does. In my mind, that's what it smells like. This has Bellini, this has peach, this has mandarin orange, you know, all of that in the top notes. And then in the dry down, it has some licorice, it has some vanilla. It kind of gives me a pie crust note in the dry down, the same as the La Belle perfume gives me a pie crust note in the dry down. And while they aren't like super gourmand, they don't have like super, well, this one does have heavy super gourmand notes, but the La Belle doesn't have a heavy super gourmand note. The dry down of it is supposed to be vetiver and leather and whatnot, but it still smells like some type of pear pie custard to me. That's what it smells like, and this one smells like that as well. It gives me like that pie custard type of scent note, but just replace the pear with peach. So it still definitely smells like that to me. But on a really hot day when I wore this, it kind of gave me the vibe of like a sour candy, almost like peach rings. So I definitely feel like it plays differently in different weather, and I'm kind of excited to see how it would do in like fall and winter. But yeah, I love this perfume. It's definitely right up my alley. It's a gourmand, it's sweet, it's pretty, it's uncomplicated. I thought that the licorice note would bother me in this perfume because I am not a fan of licorice unless it's done right, but it's very well blended. It reminds me of like the licorice in Pink Sugar, where you can smell it, it's there, but it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the licorice in, let's say, La Nuit Trésor. And that licorice really bothers me. So perfumes like that, you know, with the licorice, I don't even bother. I don't even bother trying to make them work. This one, the licorice is really nicely done in the perfume. So that is it, you guys. Those are all of the perfumes that I wanted to talk to you guys about in this perfume wrap up. I still am buying perfumes. I have a couple of new perfumes that I need to wear and test out, so you guys definitely will be getting another one of these videos once I get my final thoughts on those perfumes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful and it was informative. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know if you enjoyed it. If you're new, you should definitely go ahead and hit the subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.